Story time of how I found out that my husband was gay and sleeping with people in his circle. Let's get into it. So one day I come home and I go into our bedroom and I see my husband naked in bed with another man. And I recognize this man that he's with because it's someone who works for my husband. I'm distraught. I'm in shock. I cannot put into any type of word how I was feeling in that moment. The next day I get a surprise visit from one of the wives in our social circle, and she says to me, "I heard you found out about your husband's little secret. Welcome to the club." She then tells me that I shouldn't waste my tears on these men, and instead she will teach me how to thrive. She then explains that 11 years and 3 kids into the marriage, she found out that her husband was gay. Exactly the same situation as me. And instead of divorcing him and losing out on his wealth for her and the kids, she decided to stay and be strategic. And when she says strategic, she means like getting him to send her apology money, purchasing houses with his money and putting them in her name. And she basically says that she's created this unofficial support group for wives in similar situations, because ultimately it seems like all these husbands in this social circle are basically having sexy time with each other, and she offers to take me under her wing. So what do I do next? I stay with my husband, I take her advice, and on top of that I make sure that the man that he was sleeping with, that I find him a girlfriend that ends up being his wife, because in my eyes that's a way to protect my husband, to make sure that no one has any inclination that he might be gay. Fast forward, that same woman that I set up with that man, she obviously finds out that her husband is gay, and what does she do? She comes to me crying, and what do I tell her? I tell her, just as that woman told me, to not waste her tears on these men, and instead I teach her how to thrive. Not my story. Go read this book.
I found out that my boyfriend of almost 2 years is gay, or perhaps bisexual. Story time! I've been dating this guy for 1 year and 7 months, and to be very honest, I never saw any traces or any signs. My boyfriend has a flatmate, although he is the owner of the house. So he told me that he invited his friend to come and start staying over with him because he's always bored whenever I am not around. Of course, I didn't have any problem with it. I even started being close to his flatmate. I even have his contacts, and whenever my man is not acting right, I will text this guy to help me talk to my boyfriend, and he always helps. Everything was okay until some days back. I had been in the house for about a week now, and this day I decided to cook. Whenever I go to the market, my boyfriend is always following me, but this particular day, he said he wanted to stay back. He said he was tired and I should get a cab. Of course I obeyed, because why not? And he said when I get back, I should call him to come and open the gate for me because the gate is very heavy and it will be hard for me to push. So I went to the market, bought everything I need, and I came back home, but the gate was locked. I felt there was no need for me to disturb him since this guy told me that he was tired before I left the house. So I decided to push the gate myself. Meanwhile, it is a very big house with no neighbors. Everywhere was very quiet. I decided to drop the things that I bought in the kitchen and go upstairs to look for him and tell him that I am back. That was where I got the shock of my life. I got to the door and I heard moans. At first I thought it was a woman until I realized that it was him and his friend that were fucking. I decided to stay a few minutes to check if I was overthinking or if I was hallucinating, only to find out that I was actually seeing right. When I realized that I was actually seeing right, I ran downstairs, packed the things that I got from the kitchen, went back to the gate, locked it, and I called him that I was at the gate so he could come and open it, acting like I did not see anything or I had not been in the house. He took about 10 minutes before he came outside to open the gate for me. I pretended like nothing happened. Mind you, when I went upstairs, I did not open the door for them to see me or anything. I mean, I knew that if they saw me, things might go bad. What if they killed me to silence me? I prepared the food and I told him that I wanted to go home. Then he asked me why. I told him I have some urgent school issues to attend to, so I left. And you guys, our flat rate ad is coming. So if you are a vendor and you want to promote your brand or you want me to influence it, click the link in my bio right now or send me a DM on Instagram or here. It's been a week. I have not gone back. We're still talking. I am scared to tell anyone because I'm scared for my life. So I don't know if I should confront him or let it go. What should I do? This is a situation I have never imagined myself to be in. So I'm going to leave you guys in the comment section to give her your advice. So drop your stories for me. Go on my Instagram at JustPearlNA, the same name I use here.
I never knew that the man I'm married to is gay. He used me to conceal his identity. It took me one picture to uncover I got married to an extrovert. He has so many friends, both male and female, way before we even got married. Out of all my husband's male friends, there is one in particular that he's very close with. So I assume they were best friends. I haven't met his best friend in person, but I've seen a lot of pictures of him, also heard a lot about him. During our wedding, all of my husband's friends were present, except this his best friend, which I found odd. He never attends any party we host at our house, but he would attend parties that other group of friends throw, irrespective of the venue. One weekend, we got an invite from one of my husband's friends. There, I saw my husband's best friend and I walked up to him to introduce myself and also get to know him. But he snubbed me completely. I didn't understand why he was acting like that towards me. Not like we've met before or anything. I tried to complain to the rest of the group. Most of them ignored me just like him. Only few of them told me that I'm overthinking. He might be busy with something. I just rested my case that night and stayed on my own. Throughout that event, he avoided me like I never existed. When we got home that night, I asked my husband why his best friend acted like that towards me at the party. He said that his best friend said I look like his ex. And that reminds him a lot about his past. Hence the reason he hates me and doesn't want anything to do with me. I asked him if that's also the reason he didn't attend our wedding. He said yes. My husband later told me that he was traveling with his cousin for work the next day. I invited some of his male and female friends over to our house to chill with since my husband was away. While we sat on the sofa watching TV and chilling, one of the ladies was going through her social media when my eyes caught on one picture. And I asked her who that was. She covered it immediately and that was suspicious. I snatched her phone off her and I saw my husband and his so-called best friend together in a picture that was just posted. And I went deeper into the account. Behold, it's my husband's private account. I only has his group of friends as friends and I'm not part of it. I went deeper and then I discovered so many intimate pictures and videos of my husband and his best friend. When I checked the dates when those pictures and videos were posted, there were dates when my husband lied about spending time with his family or on business trips. So I turned to everyone in the room and asked what's going on. No one said anything to me. I rang my husband immediately and demanded for answer. What's your opinion on this story, guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.